Excellent.
You know, I actually worried a little bit that, you know, very prestigious actor, well thought of actor, well trained actor, and you're backstage with all these animals. Is everything okay?
Yeah, as long as you don't wear vanilla.
Vanilla, what does that mean?
Only I know about horses. I don't know about snakes or anything like that.
Right.
I remember making a show once with horses, and the leading lady had given me a little present of some eau de cologne that smelled of vanilla. And we were playing this scene, and the horse was sort of nuzzling, and you just push it away and carry on with your lines. And then it started rearing up, and I suddenly noticed that everybody that was watching this scene was laughing. And I looked around. I don't know what you can say on television.
You can say everything.
How would you describe
We just had A-hole Ronald come in.
How would you describe a horse that was excited?
It was in a state of
a
horse. Yeah,
yes, a hard thing to
excited
describe.
Horse.
Very
Excited.
hard to describe.
Okay. Excited horse. Okay.
That's all I know about working
So,
with animals.
does it just work on horses, or is this vanilla?
I don't know. I mean, you're not. You had no trouble with the snakes.
It might have just been you.
Yeah. Don't assume.
You're a very handsome man.
Yeah, we remember each other.
You know, I would think everyone's talking about this Cleopatra miniseries. It's people are excited about it. I would think you'd be very happy that you're coming out with a TV miniseries right now this week, and not a movie, because every movie that's coming out right now has to go up against Star Wars, which I would think would be a dreadful experience.
Well, I remember coming out a couple of years ago with Fran Drescher in a movie. We went straight to number 2, I think, in the top whatever, and then Star Wars came out. You know, the re-release of the original.
You had to go up against the re-release.
Every movie that was out there just disappeared. I mean, Star Wars just took it all. So
I would think that it's okay to lose to a re-release of Star Wars, but what if you lost out to like a re-release of Ernest Goes to Camp or something, and you were crushed by it?
I'd prefer it was Star Wars, but my advice is miss the lines, save yourself $9 or $10, and you know, stay in front of the fire and watch Cleopatra.
You smooth. That would be your advice, wouldn't it?
Go on Wednesday.
You know, it's funny. Because of the James Bond role, and you do play in the movie you just mentioned, actually, and the one you did with Fran Drescher.
Beautician on the Beach.
Beautician on the Beach. You played a very erudite, kind of proper person. That's sort of your persona a little bit. Have you ever thought, I just want to stretch, I want to be a hillbilly in a movie, something completely over the top?
You know, it's interesting, because I just did a movie with Jim Belushi called Made Men, which is a modern American gangster movie, which is lawless and subversive and anarchic and very funny. And I play an Oklahoma sheriff.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that when I asked.
I know you didn't.
But I mean, Oklahoma sheriff, you could still be. I mean, a full-blown hillbilly with a still and a shotgun and like.
Well, I'm on the way. On the way.
Okay.
Well,
Can we hear a little Oklahoma sheriff?
oh, I don't know about that.
Hey, that's
How
not
you
bad.
doing? Just a little bit. I forget it now. You know, I can play Julius Caesar. I couldn't play him speaking.
It starts to come in with Julius Caesar
I
too,
know,
probably.
Yeah.
Et tu, Brute?
Yeah.
In fact, I think it started kind of Midwestern and just then went to Mid-Atlantic and then probably ended up in...
It just ended in
where
the
it
ocean
should have
somewhere.
been.
Yeah. I do want to show people the scope of this movie because although people hear TV miniseries, I don't think they understand that. I think this is $30 million was spent?
Yeah, I think a bit more.
Making this?
Yeah.
$30 million at $42 was spent on this movie. And
10 cents.
And let's show people the scope, because I don't think you expect this from a miniseries. Take a look at this clip. I think at several points in this movie, you, in the character, you're in charge of about 1,500 men on horseback, and you're leading them in a charge. if they gave me that to do, it would go to my head. I would want to attack something. I would feel... Did you ever get a swelled head when you were in charge of so many people?
No, it's fantastic. I will never forget my first day's work on this movie. I mean, if we'd seen a little bit more, you would see a city. A real city, the city of Alexandria, or at least a segment of it, built up out of the desert. It's huge. It's the biggest set I've ever worked on in my life. And my first day's work was riding in with my soldiers into this city. And it stretches for yards and yards and yards, hundreds of yards, from the port right through to the royal palace. You fill that with people. You fill that with soldiers. You fill that with the peasants. You fill that with the life. It is, I swear to you, it's the biggest. It should be it's bigger than Cecil B. DeMille. It really is. I mean, you might not like it.
You've gone insane. You have gone insane.
It's fantastic. It's massive.
See, I just asked him if it's gone to his head. He's like, no, it isn't. And then you talk for about 30 seconds, and you're like, it's the biggest thing you've ever seen. I'll destroy you all with my armies. I'm sorry. I've had a little too much vanilla before the show. Excuse me. Cleopatra is, of course, on this Sunday and Monday night from 9 to 11 on ABC, and I'm going to check it out. This does seem like a great pick.
It's a real nice one. It really is good.
All right. Timothy Dalton, everybody. Come on by.